Hey guys, Troy Landwehr here with Alex Morton. I'm so glad you're here. I'm sick of talking about old people about vitamins. Finally, I get to interview someone that's young and hip and cool. You know, this is awesome. This is awesome. So, you know, first of all, Alex, tell people who you are. Tell them a little bit about yourself and you know, how you got started in this industry.
Yeah, so what's up everybody? My name's Alex. I'm 29, so I'm not old, I'm not young, I'm kind of like in the middle now. But I saw network marketing at 21 years old, and like a lot of people, you know, I saw the possibilities for, you know, massive, not just money, but massive impact. You know, I was broke at 21, I was going to college, and I wanted a nice watch, I wanted a nice car, I wanted to travel the planet, so I went to this event, you know, I got pitched this deal, and at first I thought it was too good to be true, one of those things. Found out it wasn't, and the last almost 9 years has brought me to over 65 countries and done very, very well. So super grateful to be here and just blessed for network marketing in general.
Man, well, you've done well, and you know, you've made millions and millions of dollars, but really the key thing that you've done is you've been able to duplicate yourself. You've been able, your content, your training, your social media. I mean, I know I need some advice from you right now, so I'm rubbing shoulders with you, but you know, what can you tell the new person getting started? I mean, there's a lot of, like, especially young people, you know, we've seen a lot of, I'm sorry to say, but we've interviewed a lot of old people, so it's a privilege to have you here, and I love it, you know, so, you know, the young people getting started, you know, you've impacted all kinds of age groups, but to get to that, you know, that age, you know, in their 20s and people 18 coming out of college, to high school, what kind of advice can you give to them?
Yeah, for the millennials, you know, 35 and under, I would just say there's not really much else going on for us, unless you're going to go be the next Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, Beyonce, Drake, or go dunk basketballs in the NBA. It's tough for you to get financially independent, and we don't just talk about money as a material stuff, but money is a vehicle. Money magnifies who you are. So my advice would be is to get involved in something like this, where you can be an entrepreneur, get around people like yourself that know what they're doing, that have proven results, and have some patience. You know, one of my biggest things was my first 12 months in this industry, I made like $13,000. So a lot of people have that same experience and they give up, they quit, they say it's a scam, they say it doesn't work. But luckily I, you know, stuck with it. So I would say have patience, find something you can be passionate about, and get around some mentors. Get around some people that know what they are doing. You know, my biggest thing was I YouTubed and I Googled the top earners in network marketing when I was 22, and I just watched their videos and I would study their videos and I would dress the way they dress, talk the way they talk, and just said I'm gonna do it, you know, faster and hopefully better one day.
Well, this is a real privilege because you're obviously sought after. You know, you're here, one of the keynote speakers of, this is the professionals event. I mean, this is millionaires being trained by millionaires, and you're one of, if not the top person training.
Nah,
here.
not the top person.
I believe, well, you're the coolest, that's for sure.
Okay, well,
I mean, you got the best watch.
I'll take that.
You obviously got the best watch. I'm trying to figure out how I can get my Fitbit from my hand to your hand, and that watch on my hand. That'd be a successful interview, right? So, but you know, they'd be like, it's a magic trick. It's like David Copperfield here in Las Vegas. Watch this as this comes to my hand.
Boom, boom.
But you know, boom, boom is what's going to happen. So. But man, you're just crushing it, and you're traveling the world, and you're killing it. What can you give? You know, there's some veterans out there. They're like, I'm following you for one. I mean, I got to admit this. Like, this is the guy. You're the person I'm following. Okay, you have the content that you created, and you know, as a social media and be a social follower. How do you do that? What do you recommend for, you know, some of the veterans that, like, you know, trying to become like you? I'm trying to be like you, Alex.
I appreciate it.
Talk to me here.
You know,
now.
This guy's really nice. He's really nice. And I really, I like to think I'm still the same, you know, kid that was 21 and broke, and you know, even the massive amounts of success that's happened, it's like the more money that comes, the more I try to like keep it low key, because I just want people to know that you got to always operate out of humility. But in terms of social media, I saw Gary Vaynerchuk, you know, he's a friend of mine. I've been fortunate to get a little bit of coaching from him, and he's like, dude, you gotta film what you do. He's like, you already did 30 countries, you made your first million at 25, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you gotta like get it out there. So when he actually launched, what is it, Daily V1, this is real stuff, you can track this if you want to. I had Daily Grind 1. The difference was, that's my little like video thing.
I love it, that's totally
whatever.
Cool. That's dope.
I stopped though. And he kept going and going and going, and I stopped making them, and now he's on like Daily V 800 million, and I'm like on 76 or something. Wow. So my point is that you do cool things already, document it, film it. There's a lot of people in our profession that have used social media to their advantage. And building a brand is just wildly important. You know, I've definitely looked at network marketing as a way to help people, but honestly, it's a vehicle for wealth creation. At the end of the day, you know, we're not pushing vitamins and juices and creams and, you know, trading platforms. We are building businesses, and we are entrepreneurs.
Okay, you know, and you know, the thing that's fascinating, you know, 29 years old, is that, you know, so many people want to get around successful people, and you have been around someone. What are some of the names of the people you've been able to meet? Because I know you've been probably privileged to meet them, but I think because of your youth, your charisma, your personal development, your coaching, your training, I think it's been a privilege for them to get around you. Who are some of these people that you've been able to meet?
I've built a pretty decent friendship now with people like, you know, Grant Cardone. I've spent a little bit of time with, you know, Gary Vee, but he's so A-list now, you can't really get a hold of the guy. But the biggest person for me in my life, and I'll speak about it tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, is Bob Proctor. You know, the man completely transformed my life, and I believe that there's actually no more important of information than what that man actually teaches to the world. So people like Bob Proctor, Grant Cardone, Gary Vaynerchuk. I had the fortunate blessing when I was in my teenage years to spend a little bit of time with JP, John Paul DeJoria, who owns Paul Mitchell, and he sold Patron for $5 billion. And that experience elevated my mindset at a little dinner party. So my big thing is, like, network your way to people. You know, give value. If you just approach people like, hey man, can I get this from you, this from you, this from you? No, you have to give other things. You have to serve. You have to give. And when you do that, people will want to spend time with you. People will want to help you.
I love that. When you increase your standard of living, you're increasing your standard of giving. So I love that. And you're doing that now because you came here, you know, you didn't know really me, and for you to do that, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So what I want to say is, how do people learn more about Alex Morton, your training? Because this is great content that you have. Everybody needs to hear your message,
I appreciate
what you have for your training and your content. How do they get more of you?
Yeah, so on Instagram, it's Alex Morton Mindset. And then on YouTube, it's Alex Morton Mindset, and then on Facebook it's just Alex Morton. So there I just give free value and, you know, help people as much as I can.
Well, thanks for coming here, Alex. And I got to tell you guys, I encourage everybody to go in and get as much information. You're going to learn so much. Success leaves clues. And this gentleman has been around some of the most successful people in the entire world. It's an iron sharpens iron. So thanks for coming on, Alex.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
See you guys.
Alex Morton, guys.